Oof, the dreaded 4-letter acronym. We're going to talk about that today. Now, if you're not aware of what I'm talking about SBMM, or Skill Based Matchmaking. And is it coming to 2042? And is it even viable in Battlefield? Well, that's what we're going to be discussing. Now, without further ado, if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave it a nice, thick, and juicy like as always. And of course, if you enjoy this kind of content, you want more like it, don't forget to hit that big red sexy subscribe button right underneath the video. Also gotta say, I've been streaming a ton lately, mostly around 1 p.m. Eastern time, most weekdays. Who knows, might even be live as soon as you watch this video. If I am, feel free to stop by and say hi. If not, hit that notification bell and you can be notified when I do go live. It's been a ton of fun to stream with you guys, and I'm just really enjoying it. Also got to shout out my channel members. You guys help make these videos possible. If you want to join, get access to the exclusive perks that they get, then don't forget to check out the link in the description or hit the blue join button. Anyway, let's begin. So is skill-based matchmaking viable in Battlefield? Is it something that's been in Battlefield before? Well, you see, that's the thing. Battlefield has had skill-based matchmaking before, and in fact, it's been in first-person shooters for a while now. It wasn't just invented with Modern Warfare 2019. And that's the thing you really have to talk about, is the intended purpose of SBMM. SBMM is supposed to be a part of matchmaking, but not the sole basis of it. If you notice in Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1, if you go to your detailed stats, you will see that you do have a skill rating. Now, what this is for is to help balance servers. So once you're in the server, if a match becomes unbalanced, it will try to rebalance you based on this skill rating. That way you can have more even matches, and not every match is a 500 ticket blowout, because that's not really fun for anyone, and that's really pretty much how Battlefield 5's lifecycle went down, as it had no form of skill-based matchmaking at all, or any team balancer in any way. Honestly, if you want to think about it, skill-based matchmaking in Battlefield is used as a team balancer, and that's how it should be used, as opposed to how it's used in, say, Call of Duty, where it's the sole basis of matchmaking and is prioritized over things as important as connection to a server, thus leading to unreliable and sweaty matches, which is probably the worst, most rage-inducing combination that you can have. Now, there are other reasons that a strong, sweaty, skill-based matchmaking system cannot work in Battlefield. One of the biggest reasons is just the kind of game that Battlefield is. There are so many different classes and roles and ways to play the game that it's just impossible to have a sticky, sweaty skill-based matchmaking system. And then on top of that, you have to look at the servers themselves. Number one, your main modes, where most people are going to be, have upwards of 128 players. At least they will be in 2042. And even if not, if you're looking at some of the older games, you're looking at 64 players. Getting just 64 players alone on a completely even playing field is going to be rather difficult. Now you might be thinking, but Jaws, Warzone has really sticky SBMM, and that has like almost 200 players in Warzone. Well, that's the thing. Warzone is going to have primarily one playstyle. That is, find weapons, kill the other guys. Now, no matter how you do that is up to you, and there's going to be various ways in how you do so. But Battlefield has other things on the battlefield. It has people who go after just simply capturing objectives. Some people just go for kills. Some people are vehicle mains, and vehicles, you have to consider the skill of them versus infantry, as well as vehicle versus vehicle, as well as aerial vehicles versus ground vehicles. It's just going to be very, very difficult to try and get a perfectly even, sweaty, sticky skill-based matchmaking system into a Battlefield game. On top of that, speaking of the servers, you have a server browser in Battlefield. Now we know from things like the portal coming to the game, there is going to be a server browser in Battlefield 2042. What this means is you can go around, find whatever matches you want, and join whatever server you want. So having a sticky skill-based matchmaking, again, cannot work here. What can work, though, is the traditional skill system that Battlefield has used in the past. Like I said, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, and I'm sure older Battlefields, but as far as I'm aware, you can only check your skill rating for those two games. They both had a skill rating to help balance the teams out so that matches were even. And again, just to make this point, Battlefield 5 didn't have any kind of a team balancer, and that was the worst received game in the series. Of course, not just purely for that reason, but every match is pretty lopsided in Battlefield 5. It's very hard to find a good, even match. Whereas in Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, two of the better games in the series, who still have players to this day, you can still find some pretty good, even matches in those games. And again, that comes down to the ability to balance teams in a way that, while it's never 100% even, it still makes for entertaining, intriguing, fun games. You know that there's going to be a good, challenging player or set of players on the other team, and that is going to make it fun for those of you who want to have those more intriguing, intense firefights There's also going to be good vehicle players that you're going to come up against. And so if you're a vehicle player or you're an infantry player who's primarily anti-vehicle, that's going to make things fun for you as well. There's just a lot of different benefits to having a system that can help balance a team but isn't as sticky as skill-based matchmaking is in, say, Call of Duty. And I think that's what we're going to see in Battlefield 2042. Now, this is backed up a little bit by Tom Henderson, who, while I'm not the biggest fan of leaks and leakers and things like that, I can't deny that he has been right on quite a few things, up to and including the sketches of the reveal artwork and whatnot that has been recently officially released, and he's gotten pretty darn close to a lot of the things that he has said. This includes a little bit of a mention of skill-based matchmaking on Twitter, and he essentially confirms what I'm describing I think will come to the game, and that's SBMM will be in Battlefield 2042, but in the form of a team balancer, so it won't kick in until you actually join the server, and then it helps to balance out the teams overall, so that it's not a sweat fest, but it's also not a steamroll. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. Did this video help alleviate your concerns about skill-based matchmaking? Are you still worried about it? What are your thoughts on SBMM in general, and does it belong in any form in any FPS shooter, let alone Battlefield? Let me know down below, and I'd love to have a conversation with you, and I will see you guys in the next video.